both your mothers did not want to give you those drugs, but they didn't know what else to do. And I've been in that situation. So now I want to be that voice that says, you don't have to do this.
Yep.
So there's only one reason I'm glad for my explosion on the internet, is that more will hear this, more will have my little handbook on natural remedies, and more mothers will be rescued from that horrible situation of, I don't want to give my child a drug, but I don't know what to do. Hey there, I'm Barbara O'Neill. I want to talk about something important that affects all of us as we get older. The top foods for keeping our brains healthy and sharp. Our brain is like our control center. What we put in our bodies can make a difference in how well it works and how long it stays healthy. Did you know that 40% of people over 65 years start to notice some changes in their thinking abilities? That's why it's super important to feed our brains with the kind of foods that helps it. Let's get started with this video where we'll talk about the foods to boost your brain power based on research findings, from antioxidants to fats and how they can improve memory retention and concentration while promoting overall brain health. Come along as we chat about some ways to incorporate these foods into your meals to safeguard your cognitive function, your brain's best friend. As a thank you for joining me today, we're giving away 100 free copies of my best-selling book to our subscribers. So if you haven't yet, hit subscribe, like this video, and comment why you want to have a free copy. I would love to hear from you. This morning we're heading to the hub of the body, the brain, nestled within our skull like a crown jewel of protection and importance within our external skeletal structure that normally keeps us standing tall and strong. When you observe the head closely from the viewpoint, you can discern 7 pathways through which external stimuli reach the brain. 2 ears for hearing sounds, 2 eyes for visual input, 2 nostrils for smelling scents, and a mouth for consuming food and beverages. Every sound we hear or have heard, every sight we see or have seen, every odor we smell, and everything we taste impacts the functioning of our brain in some way or the other. Our decisions determine our destiny, so it's important to understand the decision-making part of our brain. Many people are ignorant of this. The little book, The Ministry of Healing, on page 127 states that the only hope of better things is the education of the people in right principles. It's tragic today that in Australia, 50% of Australians have, are, or will suffer from some form of mental illness, with 1,700 cases of Alzheimer's diagnosed every day. These figures indicate that many people don't understand their brain or realize that we have more control over what we do and even what we say than we think. As I have just a few minutes to spend with you this morning, it is my intention to open the door a little and reveal to you the regions in our brain where we undertake our choices and what determines these choices. We will start by examining the brain anatomy. This is how the brain appears in profile. There's the limbic system, which takes a huge area of the brain structure and is commonly referred to as the emotional brain. We are all too familiar with emotions, which are not always the best pointers because they ebbs and flow like the wind. However, there's a part of the brain which was created by God, whose role is to help manage that particular emotional part. For that purpose, we will now examine the brain in the horizontal view as if it is viewed from the top of the head. Looking from the top, you'll see the brain divided into the right and left sides. The right side is the I won't section. For instance, no, I won't have that cigarette. Or no, I won't have that cup of coffee. Or no, I won't have that big steak, I'll have a bowl of lentils instead. On the left side is the I will section. Here, I will get out of bed and exercise this morning, or I will go to bed early, or I will make decisions that benefit my body. These two sides, I won't and I will need balance. In the center is the I want part of the brain. If I want a healthy body, I can engage both I won't and I will for better health. The region of the brain known as the cortex or frontal lobe plays a role in decision making and goal-setting processes for humans' daily activities, like planning and problem-solving tasks with foresight and wisdom rather than impulsivity. It acts like a mentor guiding us to make informed choices by linking to the limbic system that processes emotions. When we're under pressure or feeling overwhelmed by emotions, it's easy to make quick decisions that we later regret. Decisions that are made in moments of stress and overwhelm. When we recognize this pattern and learn to take a moment to gather our thoughts and consider things from a more logical standpoint, we can respond in a more deliberate and considered manner. Developing routines is a strategy to improve our decision-making skills. To maintain a body and mind, it's beneficial to exercise and consume nutritious meals. These habits enhance the brain's pathways that promote choices. As time passes, making decisions becomes more natural as the brain adjusts to these patterns. Our decisions are influenced by the environment we are in. Having a supportive circle of friends and family helps us stay motivated and goal-oriented, whereas being in a negative setting can make it tough to remain focused on our objectives. Furthermore, the principle of cause and effect dictates that every outcome is preceded by a cause. To illustrate, depression is not an occurrence but a consequence of various factors, like dehydration, unhealthy eating habits, sedentary lifestyle, or excessive reliance on technology. Making adjustments to your routine, like increasing water intake and exercising regularly, can enhance brain health and assist in symptom management. Habit plays a role in our lives. It can either support us or work against us by influencing our responses to stress and choices we make daily. For instance, let me tell you about a nurse in the community who faces challenges with her eating habits and mental health because of her established routines. Each morning starts with an apple and coffee for breakfast. However, as the day progresses, she finds herself consuming sugar and caffeine, which leads to cravings for additional sugary treats and unhealthy snacks. By the time evening rolls around, she ends up feeling defeated, and she gives in to the temptation of pizza, chocolate and soda as a form of comfort. This pattern takes a toll on her brain's decision-making capabilities, resulting in inflammation that could potentially lead to term challenges. Taking steps to break this cycle and prioritizing a diet that's balanced can help regulate blood sugar levels, enhance performance, and have a positive impact on mental well-being. You know, when I was in my late 20s, I thought I was unstoppable. I had a busy life, juggling a career, friends, family, the usual things. I prided myself on being sharp, quick-witted, and always on top of things. But then, one day I started to notice little slip-ups. At first it was small stuff, like forgetting where I put my keys or drawing a blank on a familiar word. I brushed it off as stress, maybe not getting enough sleep. But then it got worse. I remember this one day I was in the middle of a work presentation and my mind just went blank. Not a single thought, like my brain just hit pause. I stood there, feeling embarrassed, covering it up with a laugh. But inside, I was scared. I didn't know if it was just exhaustion or if something more serious was starting to creep in. That's when I realized I had to do something. So I started reading up on brain health. I figured, why not? I made little changes, cut down on sugary snacks, started sleeping better, took breaks from staring at screens all day. Nothing too drastic, just small steps. I didn't expect much, to be honest. But over time, things started to shift. My mind was clearer, sharper. The moments of forgetfulness faded. It felt like I had rewired myself in a way I never thought possible. And here's the real kicker. I realized that those little changes I made just to survive my 20s were actually saving my brain all along. Now, looking back, I see that those choices gave me the mental sharpness I have at 70. The point is, we always think these things don't matter, that we'll worry about it later. But later comes whether we're ready or not. So, if there's anything I'd tell my younger self, or anyone really, it's this: take care of your mind now, because you'll need it much more than you think. Taking care of your brain's health involves focusing your diet around nutrient-packed foods, such as fatty fish, like salmon and sardines, leafy greens such as spinach and kale, various berries including blueberries and strawberries, and nuts rich in nutrients. Fish like salmon and sardines are packed with omega-3 and fatty acids for supporting brain functions by fortifying cell membranes and enhancing memory and mood. Leafy greens like spinach, kale and broccoli are full of antioxidants and essential vitamins such as vitamin K that can boost functions. Berries like blueberries, strawberries and blackberries are known for their ability to combat stress and inflammation while enhancing communication between brain cells. Walnuts are packed with DHA, omega-3, fatty acids that are essential for brain health and can enhance memory and cognitive abilities overall. If you're worried about high cholesterol, it's important to remember that cholesterol plays a vital role in maintaining brain health. Research suggests that low cholesterol levels can increase the risk of mental health issues, while higher levels may offer some protection against cognitive decline. To keep your brain in top shape, focus on a nutrient-rich diet packed with antioxidants and healthy fats. Eating a variety of foods can reduce inflammation, enhance mood, and improve brain function. Include omega-3 fatty acids from fish, vitamin K from leafy greens, antioxidants from berries, and DHA from nuts to support cognitive health and resilience, especially as we age. If you still haven't subscribed to the channel, you should do so, because in the next video I am going to be speaking on a podcast about eye care and how to reverse decades of damages to the eye permanently. Also, don't forget about the book I promised. Leave a comment to tell me why you should be getting the book. See you in the next video.